I'm here in the south coast of Tasmania with 2.5 days to find 4 target lifers: the Tasmanian Boobook, the strong-billed Honeyeater, the Scrubtit, and the most elusive and rarest of them, the 40-spotted Pardalote. The weather is putrid and my knee is swelling up. Let's see what we can get done. I'm here with my Aunt Helen, by the way.
Hi.
We are currently walking into the Fernglade track at Mount Wellington, looking for our first target, the Scrubtit. Oh, and it is dark. It is dark. Might need that flash.
A small grey bird in its own genus, the Scrubtit isn't one of those birds that has an overwhelmingly famous location to observe, nor is it a bird that's ever seen in great abundance. But Hobart's Mount Wellington is probably our best bet given our location and time.
Fernglade track to the springs, that's what we want. Look at the moss. It's nothing quite like the thrill of looking for new stuff in the bush. It's so rare I get to look for... What was that? No. So apparently they're a bit like... Have you seen a tree creeper? They like climb up the side of the tree. Apparently they're kind of similar behaviour to that. Oh, on the... Oh, it's the scrub wren. Yep.
That wasn't it.
There's something else calling. So there could be... Oh, that's a Bayesian thrush.
Yeah. Oh,
Come on. Come on. What's that up there? Oh, grey fantail. Yeah, no, but there's something else small up there. Thornbill.
Righto, now is a good time to mention that birding for small birds in Tasmania is freaking hard. If you see something small and dark scurry in the undergrowth of some dank gully, it could be this, or finally, if you are lucky, this. That's why birders will often use the acronym LBB, which stands for You Little Brown Bastard!
No Scrubtit yet. A couple of Bayesian thrushes and the Tasmanian scrub wren. No Scrubtit yet. This is, so far as I can tell, the best spot in Mount Wellington, the best track based on eBird sightings. Ooh. That was a bronzewing. It seemed pretty dark. Do they have brush bronzewing here? I think they might. Well, so far we've had more bushwalkers than birds. What was that? Oh, I can hear heaps of stuff, but nothing's showing itself. And it all sounds so similar. It's a thornbill. This one, yeah.
good shot for that one.
Oh, that's better. Thank you. All right, well, we've been on the trail for about 45 minutes, an hour maybe. Haven't got a target yet. It's fantastic habitat for small brown birds. Just not the one we're looking for.
Robin.
Oh, male pink robin. Oh, good spot to get the male.
Through there.
Mm.
See that one frond?
Yep.
Under that.
Scrub wren. Oh, lots going on. I thought it'd be way quieter than this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're getting more into the Honeyeater kind of zone now, I feel. These kinds of flowering trees. Okay, so I'm just trying to see where we are on the map versus where a bunch of the sightings are.
Oh, yeah.
We're still a little bit further south than a lot of the sightings are, so...
Thank you. Skipped all the foreplay and jumped straight to what we all really want.
Yeah, looking for Scrubtit. And then strong-billed Honeyeater.
Yeah.
The two kind of looking for.
Scrubtits along this track. But usually a little bit further down.
As in up this way?
No, usually
Down that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, the track we just came up and saw nothing.
I don't think I've seen them for a little bit.
It's been quiet. Decent fallen tree here.
So it must be very recent because they're normally pretty quick with clearing these
minor obstacle on our way to get to the springs, which apparently good area for strong-billed Honeyeater. However, eBird is showing no sightings basically in all of Mount Wellington for the last month. Oh, it's a crescent Honeyeater. Nice Honeyeater, not the kind we're after though. Scrubbering. There is a lot of false hope in bird watching, you're right. Well, I wasn't kidding when I said it was cold and not amazing weather. I can see snow just a few hundred metres above where I am. And you gotta remember, for an Australian, that's quite weird. Now, lots of birds in this little section here. You can hear, we've just seen 2 scarlet robins, a male and a female. And we can hear lots of things calling. My fingers are so cold. Scrubtit! I think.
Wait for the qualifiers to kick in.
Oh, where'd it go? I'm 60% confident. Come on. No.
Yep, whatever I saw, which upon reflection I think was probably just another scrub wren, was gone. I was so bummed by this letdown that, after seeing this awesome male lyrebird in full display, and getting these shots of some of the other Tassie endemics, I packed the video camera away out of disappointment. And of course, 15 minutes later...
Okay, so we've just come down from the Pinnacle track, and we've had our first success of the trip. We heard some yipping on the side of the track, and then Helen looked up and said, "What's that?" And sure enough, it was a strong-billed Honeyeater, and then a flock of about 6 or 7 came through, and they yipped and called around us for about 5 minutes, which was awesome. So, one down. Now we're walking back down the Fernglade track. Quite lots of birds around. We've seen pink robins, fairy wrens, Bacian thrushes, scrub wrens, both kinds of thornbill. So all the right kind of small brown birds, just not the one we need. So onwards to see if we can get 2 from 2 at Mount Wellington.
Except that today was actually my 30th birthday, and after 4.5 hours of freezing cold mountain hiking, what sounded like a much better idea was sitting at the local pub and downing mulled ciders. So we did that instead.
Okay, well, after a partially fruitful day, I am now full of steak and veggies, and it's time to go for our first night spot of the trip and look for the newly minted species, the Tasmanian Boobook, at the Waterworks Reserve is where we're going. Don't really know how I'm going to get the 360 camera involved, but I will report back on how the evening goes. Don't know where the entrance is. Don't know what has a gate in front of it, if it's locked, if it's closed. Well, gate's open. That's good. All right. Wish me luck. People wonder why I'm still scared of going night spotting. Look at the frickin' size of that thing. That is the biggest brush tail you will ever see. Imagine that scurrying up the tree next to you. It's the size of a small African nation. You don't have to stoop that low, mate. Well, we're going to take the L tonight on the Boobook. I heard a couple of them calling, which means it's entered the dreaded club of being ticked with call only, which kills me, but didn't see any. Heaps of possums. Actually bumped into a couple of other people who were meant to be on the boat trip I was supposed to be on.
Okay, some context. So the main reason I was down in Tassie was that I finally scored a spot on the world-famous Eagle Hawk pelagic boat trip. This thing books out 12 months in advance. However, along with death and taxes, this tour getting cancelled at the last moment due to Tasmania's wild weather is one of life's guarantees and is exactly what happened to me both days. So rather than waste the return plane ticket, I thought I'd still come down to fill in my missing Tassie endemics. Okay, back to the melancholy musings.
This weekend, and they were doing the exact same thing as me, trying to lift their spirits by finding either a masked owl or the Tassie Boobook. I walked quite a long way for quite a long time and couldn't manage to get my eyes on anything. So it's back to the accommodation and time to go to sleep. All right, good morning. It's Saturday morning, and today we are off to Bruny Island for attempt number 1 of the 40 spotted Pardalote. What's working for us is that... What is working for us? What's not working for us is that in the lead up to today, the weather warnings for basically all of Tasmania have been apocalyptic. 40 to 50 knot winds, so that's 60 or 70 k's an hour with up to 100 kilometre an hour gusts. Today may not be very successful, but we're going to try, particularly when you're thinking that we need to find a bird the size of a mouse in the tops of managum canopies, which are the second tallest tree in the world. And there's about 4 or 5 spots I've done my research to try. If we can't find it at any of those spots, one of the last spots we're going to try is Inala, which is the well-known spot where they've got like feeder boxes for them. However, access there is a bit dubious. So let's jump ahead to the ferry. Alright, here we are. We've just pulled off. We're actually not at the olive oil spot. We're at a couple of roads, and there is heaps of Eucalyptus regnans, the managum, all around, which is the tree they almost exclusively are found in. I feel like this is the right kind of area. There is not a breath of wind, can you believe? Not a breath of wind. Oh, there it is. On the power lines? Oh, wow. Yes, yes, yes. That is not the way I expected to find them. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe it. Oh, that's fantastic. Holland Honeyeater. Don't you get rid of my boys. There's 4 of them. They've been out on the power lines.
I thought, yeah, that's where I saw my first one, on a power line.
Yeah, that's not what I expected.
Oh my.
Yes!
I told you would find one.
Yes! That was so quick. Oh! We're absolutely drowning in Pardalotes. This is amazing. I've lost count of how many we've seen. Oh my God. There's like one right next to me here. Whoa!
Watch out!
He did. That almost took my head off. Oh yes. 2 down. At the first spot. At the first spot. Took 15, 20 minutes. They were on the power lines. That was the first place I saw them. I expect, ravens and crows and magpies, they're power line birds, not 40 spotted Pardalotes.
You didn't believe me when I said...
No, I didn't. Well, not only was that successful, that was about the perfect kind of success that a Twitcher could ever want. We turned up, we got great photos, we saw them quickly. They were calling, they were flitting around, they were playful, they were curious. One almost flew into my head. Just spectacular. After grinding and grinding yesterday to get our one lifer, to get that one really quickly was just very, very satisfying. So now we're back in the car and we are heading to Mount Managa and we're going to re-attempt Scrubtit. Fingers crossed we don't have to grind for as long today. But because we got the 40 spotted Pardalote really early in the day, the rest of the day is now kind of opened up to do whatever we need to do. Here we are on the trail. It's wet, it's dark, and it's cold. and I can hear small birds ahead. Let's go. Oh, pink robin, silver eye. Oh, they're thornbills. Ah, basin thrush.
Morning, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Beautiful day for a walk.
It is. Okay, well, we've walked to the end of this little tourist track. Very fast running out of ideas and places to try and see this little brown forest bird. There's one other spot after this on the other side of the mountain at a lookout, which apparently is quite good. Very much running low on ideas on how to tick this one off. Did get a tip off for a place at Eaglehawk, which is a bit of a drive from here.
This is where I get a bit more worried.
Yeah. So we're just on the road to the other side of the mountain, and we didn't quite realise that it's fairly rugged. Let's just say that. And we are in our little Corolla. Here we go. It's drying out now. It's just the wet patches that make me worried.
I don't want to get a flat tire.
I was going to say the biggest pain in the ass would just be a puncture more than.
Well, I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Oh.
Don't even know if I've got a spare.
All right, we're leveling out. We're almost near the top.
Definitely saw something flit through here. Ah, thornbill. Nope. It was thornbills. The call is so similar.
I was pranked and toyed with by Tasmanian thornbills for another 35 minutes here on the mountain road, when eventually something else caught my eye. Hey, over 17 minutes in without swearing. I must be getting better.
Please come back, please come back, please come back, please come back. Oh, the cars, 2 cars behind me right now. You gotta be kidding me. Please. None of my shots it was in. Oh, man. I think my moment might have passed. And I don't think I've got a photo. Come on. Please come out again. Something's coming, something's coming. Oh my god. It's very close. Very, very close. Did I get it? Yeah, kind of. Oh my god, I have a photo.
And at that stage I was happy to accept kind of. And that apocalyptic weather was very close to coming in. So with that, we hit the road.
Well, we've stopped on the drive back to the ferry at a coastal lookout, and if we can't get on a boat to go see pelagic birds, we'll look out to the open ocean and see if we can spot anything that's been blown in close to shore anyway. There's a peregrine falcon eating around, worth a chance of Indian yellow-nose, albatross, or a giant petrel if we're lucky. What is that getting around? Could be a... Nah, it's a gull. Pacific gull. Oh. Well, no albatrosses, but
We weren't expecting them.
we weren't really expecting. The wind's going the wrong way. A couple of gannets, plenty of crested terns, but now it's time to go home and get warm. Potentially think about bracing this for another round of looking for that boobook, but honestly right now I just need to be able to feel my hands. Alright, well we can feel our hands again. It's the next day and we are driving down to Eaglehawk Neck. For context, I flew down here to go on the world famous Eaglehawk pelagic trip.
Yeah, stop whinging and get on with it. We know all this.
Look how beautiful it is today. I trust that obviously once you get, 20 k's out to sea, it would be
Massive swell.
Titanic. So we are going to Eagle Hawk Neck, and we are going to do this the old-fashioned way. We're going to drive to the blowhole. I don't have a scope, and we're just going to look out to sea and see what's there. It's about the worst possible conditions. It's a strong northwesterly, and what you want is a southeasterly. So apparently you can see on a good day, if you're lucky, Indian yellow-nosed albatross and light-mantled albatross from the headland. Probably not with a northwesterly pushing everything away from the mainland, but let's see how we go. Wow, look how many Pacific gulls there are flying overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Who was that? Oh, firetails. Oh, and I don't have a battery in the camera. I don't have a card in the camera. Kenton, you absolute dill pickle. All right, looking into the sun is, wow. Gosh. Well, just the one albatross so far. A little shy albatross that came and sat on the water. It was very blustery last night, so I don't know, kind of the conditions you want the morning after a really, really windy night, but mostly just kelp gulls. All right, well, as expected, not much to see out there. Maybe a couple of shy albatross and some great crested terns, but no big albatross or anything like that. Now we're just pulling up on what I've been told is a nice little spot to walk along the road to check for scrubtit, because we did tick that the other day, but only the briefest of views.
Nice.
Let's look at my pins. There, and there.
Right.
And we smack
Oh,
bang.
right, okay.
Smack bang. Well, we've been on this road for about an hour, but I don't think so. Boys. Gannets. Cormorant.
As I stood gazing out into the Tasman Sea at Waterfall Bay, various visitors came and went from the viewing platform, content with just taking in a beautiful vista. But for me...
Nope, nothing. I am back in the car and I'm having one last attempt at the Tasmanian Boobook. You can see I've left much earlier this time. I'm hoping to get there at dusk as it turns dark, which I find is the best time for boobooks. That's when they come out and start calling and you can kind of track them down a little bit easier. But this is it. This will be the last birding location for this trip in South Tasmania. Fingers crossed. Going to be dark in probably 15 minutes or so. Still plenty of snow on the mountain, so it is going to be cold. Anyway, fingers crossed, we see the boobook. Consolation would be a masked owl. In fact, that would be stunningly good if we got that. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Well, I found it. And then my flash broke! Oh, it called and called and called and I couldn't find it. And then I finally got my torch on it. And it was sitting at the top of the tree. And I lined up the shot and the flash is on, but it would not fire. And so I'm like bumbling like an idiot with my torch in my mouth. Changing the batteries. Oh, so I had like a 10,000 ISO torch photo. It's shocking. But I've gotten all 4 of my targets now. Reflections to come. Oh, if this didn't work, I'm actually going to
die. Okay, so possibly a slight overreaction there, but I do genuinely have a recurring dream where I have clear views of lifers and my equipment breaks. Just ask my shrink about it. On the whole, super happy with what I was able to scrape together out of this weekend. 4 lifers in 3 days, and the completion of my Tasmanian endemic list. Thanks so much for your patience with me getting this second episode out, and thank you again for all the kind and positive comments on the first video. Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you on the next Twitching adventure.